What does the WWE's internal officials think of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio's romance, who is replacing Seth Rollins on Raw? Gunther calls WWE scripted. AJ Styles is never wrestling in Japan again. Congratulations to Kevin Owens. Carmella breaks silence after being absent for 518 days. Roman Reigns' WWE return continues to draw huge numbers. The WWE makes a heartbreaking Rhea Ripley change. Let's dive right in. Who is replacing Seth Rollins on Raw? Seth Rollins is one of the best WWE stars of his generation. He is a multi-time world champion and has headlined WrestleMania along with virtually every other premium live event the sports entertainment juggernaut offers. Fans adore the talented performer. Unfortunately, there has been some upsetting news related to the status of the former Universal Champion. He is allegedly having chronic health issues, and an assault on Raw by Bronson Reed was done to write the Visionary off television for the time being. While his absence will certainly be felt, this does mean a new spot opens up on the card. Rollins is undoubtedly a main event figure, and Raw will now need a new main eventer to try to fill the Visionary's void. Let's look at a handful of names who could potentially take Seth's spot on Monday Night Raw in his absence. This includes talent who have been on the cusp of main eventing, but are yet to have a sustained run on top, plus a SmackDown star who is looking to return to the ring. Number 1. Ilya Dragunov is worthy of a big push. Ilya Dragunov is the most intense superstar in all of WWE. He has a fire and tenacity that few can even come close to matching, which makes every single match of his worth watching. The Mad Dragon was called up to WWE's main roster in the 2024 draft. Since then, Ilya has managed to main event the Red Brand on several occasions, but his win-loss record leaves a little something to be desired. If Dragunov was put into Seth's spot, it would change his career forever. He is talented enough to be a main eventer full-time. He just needs a consistent push. Rollins' absence could be what finally gives the Mad Dragon the nudge needed to make him a big deal. Number 2. Sami Zayn is WWE's best underdog. Sami Zayn is one of the best WWE stars of this generation. He has headlined WrestleMania, won the NXT title, held both main roster mid-card belts, and even won tag team gold alongside Kevin Owens. All that is missing is a world title, as he's yet to fully make it to the top of the card. The underdog from the underground has a huge match ahead of him on WWE Raw tonight. He will be challenging Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match. If the star loses, his future will be quite uncertain. That is unless he moves up the card. With the former honorary use being such a good underdog babyface, he'd be the perfect person to step into Rollins' spot. Seth has a never-say-die attitude, and it is one Sami epitomizes and could do so in the main event picture. Who knows? This could lead to a ready-made feud with the Visionary returns. Sami Zayn vs. Seth Rollins could be epic. Number 3. AJ Styles could move to Raw from SmackDown. AJ Styles is one of the best to ever do it. Even before joining WWE, he was phenomenal everywhere he went. Since joining the biggest company in the world, however, his popularity reached new heights, and he is a future Hall of Famer. The Phenomenal One has been absent from WWE television since his feud with Cody Rhodes ended. The two last battled in an I Quit match, and AJ went on to have a match for Noah in Japan. In the weeks since then, however, he's been away. While many expected Styles to return on SmackDown, he could instead show up on Raw. Losing Rollins is a big blow, and if anybody can fill the void, it would be a multi-time world champion and veteran like AJ, who can still go in the ring. Number 4. Jey Uso is massively over. Jey Uso has had an incredible run in WWE. Not only is he and Jimmy Uso one of the best tag teams in history, but Jey has since gone on to become one of the most popular performers in the entire company. The extremely over superstar hasn't been doing much on WWE television lately, however. While he teased chasing after the World Tag Team title alongside Sami Zayn, he has otherwise been floating around without much to do. Given how popular Jey is and how little he's currently doing, he could be the perfect person to slot into Seth's spot on television. He is worthwhile in the main event picture and could interact with CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and others without fans having any kind of issue with it whatsoever. Gunther calls WWE scripted. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther has been a dominant force in WWE for several years. Before winning the top title a couple of weeks ago, the Ring General made a massive revelation in an interview. Gunther defeated Damian Priest to win the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Finn Balor provided the assistance that helped the Ring General become the champion. In an interview with Booker T's Hall of Fame podcast, Gunther agreed that sports entertainment is scripted. However, he added that he always plans to go all out in the ring, so WWE fans forget that the outcome is not predetermined. I mean, it's 2024 now. Everybody knows what we do is scripted. It's sports entertainment. But I always wanted to make it my goal when I walk to the ring that the people's reaction is like, okay, now it's getting real. Like now we're in for something special, said Gunther. And I always try to get the people to forget about the fact that what we do is entertainment and just be in the moment and make them feel for my opponent. And that's what I'm always aiming for. I think over time, that's what made me stand out from the pack. He added that keeping his personal life private and limiting fan interaction also helped him build his heel character over time. He noted that it added more value to who he was as a performer. The ring general is known as one of the hardest hitting wrestlers in the business. His opponents are almost always left with welts and marks, often on the chest, to show once they are done battling him. It's what sets him apart from the rest of the locker room. WWE fans have heard many stories of the hardships current superstars had to endure before making it big. Gunther is one of the stars who nearly quit wrestling early in his career. The World Heavyweight Champion has worked hard to become one of the biggest names in sports entertainment today. In a recent interview with CBS Sports, he noted that he almost quit wrestling as it was difficult to maintain his schedule. "I had a day job working only night shifts for nearly 3 years, and wrestling on the weekends. That took a toll that was hard to sustain. My goal was always to make a living off professional wrestling. That was not in sight, so I thought I should call it quits and focus on a career in my real job," the WWE star said. Thankfully for WWE fans, Gunther decided to continue despite having a tough time. He is now one of the biggest names in the industry and has carved a niche for himself with his work. AJ Styles is never wrestling in Japan again. AJ Styles is widely regarded as one of the best professional wrestlers by both fans and peers. Known for his exceptional performances, Styles has continued to impress despite his age. However, it appears he may never wrestle in Japan again. Pro Wrestling Noah and WWE announced that AJ Styles would face off against Naomichi Marufuji at Noah Destination 2024 on July 13th at Budokan Hall, and fans expected solid match, and that's what they got as he faced Marufuji in great outing and picked up the win with thunderous Styles clash. AJ Styles was last featured on WWE television during the clash at the Castle Premium Live event, where he lost to Cody Rhodes. Following this, he took part in the Noah Destination event and later competed in WWE live events held in Japan back in July. WWE took to their official YouTube channel and uploaded a video featuring several WWE superstars during their recent trip to Japan. AJ Styles shared that he has a tradition of wearing a mask for major events in Japan, a practice he started during his time with the Bullet Club. He mentioned that this might be his last mask appearance, encouraging fans to make the most of it, seemingly hinting that he may never wrestle in Japan again. If you don't know already, when I'm in Japan, ever since I was with the Bullet Club, I had a mask made for the big shows of the year. Now it's tradition that I have a mask when I walk out in Japan. This possibly could be the last one you see on AJ Styles, so let's get it. We have also reported the reason why AJ Styles did not return on this week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Regardless, we'll have to see if Styles will truly never compete in Japan again in the future. Do you feel AJ Styles will never compete in Japan again? Congratulations to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has become one of the most prominent WWE superstars over the last few years. The prize fighter has now officially completed a decade with the global juggernaut. KO, known by his real name Kevin Steen on the independent circuit, made a name for himself wrestling around different promotions before inking a deal with the Stamford-based promotion in 2014. He had a rapid ascent in the company as he won the NXT Championship shortly after making his on-screen debut. He also main evented WrestleMania last year, where he and Sami Zayn defeated the Usos to end their historic title run. Kevin Owens' signing was officially announced by WWE on August 12, 2014, and thus, congratulations are in order as the former Universal Champion has now completed 10 years with the company. Safe to say that the prizefighter's stint with the global juggernaut has been successful, as he is a Grand Slam champion with the company. Kevin Owens has been a major name in WWE over the last several years. The prizefighter will get an opportunity to become a world champion again, as he is set to challenge Cody Rhodes for his title at Bash in Berlin, the company's upcoming premium live event. While both stars are currently babyfaces heading into the feud, many have speculated that KO could turn heel to unleash the prizefighter upon Rhodes. However, Hall of Famer Mark Henry believes that the two will wrestle honorably, and Owens wouldn't embrace his villainous side at the PLE. Yeah, it's gonna be a straightforward match. Kevin is at a place right now where they need another babyface. They don't need more heels, he said. Kevin Owens did not want to accept Cody Rhodes' challenge at first, as the star believed that he was not worthy. However, his mind changed after Nick Aldis stated that he would then give the title shot to Roman Reigns. KO has not won a world title in WWE since his Universal Championship win in 2016. That is also his only world title win in the company so far. Carmella breaks silence after being absent for 518. Carmella was last seen in WWE 518 days ago during an episode of WWE Raw. The star has now sent an emotional message. The star took a hiatus from WWE soon after Elimination Chamber 2023. She was last pinned by Asuka in the match, failing to get the win. She appeared on the March 13th episode of Raw, but then went on hiatus due to pregnancy. Fans have been waiting to hear from the star for a long time. Carmella took to Instagram to send an emotional message amidst her WWE hiatus. She shared a poem for her son, taking in the emotional moment with him. The poem spoke about the issues of being a new mother and the difficulties one faces, but how each thing is bettered through the presence of her child. She said that watching him grow, she had a love so complete that her soul was finding its beat. 9 months have flown, like a swift, gentle breeze. Long nights stretched out, sleep brought to its knees. Yet joy unmatched, each moment a song in this sweet journey where we both belong. Challenging days, yet the easiest too. My heart knew from the start, he's meant for you. Watching him grow, so smart, brave, and strong. In his bright future, he'll right every wrong. Wild and kind, he shines with a spark. His presence a beacon in the world's dark. He gives me purpose, a love so complete. In every smile, my soul finds its beat. Carmella initially had an idea for the untouchable gimmick she portrayed and said that it was not what ended up happening. The star shared a tweet talking about the gimmick and how she wasn't on board with the gimmick at first. When things didn't pan out properly, she was not too happy with the new character as she didn't feel the need for it. It remains to be seen when the star will return to the ring and whether she'll have a new character when she does. Roman Reigns' WWE return continues to draw huge numbers. Roman Reigns returned to WWE just over 1 week ago, and he remains the hottest topic of discussion coming out of the 37th annual SummerSlam. New information from the WWE Universe backs up the fact that Reigns never lost his spot. The original Tribal Chief spent just over 150 days on the shelf after losing the undisputed championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL. During this time, the Bloodline was hijacked by Solo Sikoa, who also began chasing gold. Reigns returned at SummerSlam to help Rhodes retain over Sikoa, while sending a brutal warning to his younger cousin. WWE's official footage of Reigns returning at Cleveland Browns Stadium has garnered more than 125 million views in its first week on all official company social media platforms. This figure does not include live streams or content from any official channels besides the company's main on each platform. Reigns' full return on YouTube has 5,098,883 views as of this writing, while full match highlights have 3,035,474 views. Cody's full post-show comments about Reigns have 733,363 views, and full SummerSlam highlights with Reigns as the thumbnail have 4,659,029 views. There are 4 YouTube shorts from the night of the show which have 3,882,965 views, a total of 2,519,110 views, a total of 492,773 views, and 4,493,907 views. WWE's official YouTube channel also has 2 Reigns return videos that were uploaded on Monday. The Unseen Angles video currently has 373,141 views, while a Raw replay segment has 929,302 views. The traffic to X also picked up during the return of the former Shield member at SummerSlam. The original X clip of Reigns' return has 5.7 million views as of this writing, while Cody's post-match remarks have 420,000 views, and other night of posts on X have 506,800 views and 353,900 views. Instagram also drew big for the surprise return. WWE had reels with the video views of 24.8 million, 14.5 million, 9 million, 6.3 million, 2.8 million, 4.1 million, 6.5 million, and 3.7 million. The official TikTok account had 2 night of clips showing the return of the 8-time Slammy Award winner, which have drawn 5.2 million and 2.5 million views, while Facebook had the same with 8.1 million and 638,300 views. World Wrestling Entertainment has not officially announced Roman Reigns for Friday's SmackDown. However, the official company website has Reigns advertised to appear at the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida, along with Cody Rhodes, Bayley, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. The original Tribal Chief returned to SmackDown this past Friday, making his first appearance on the show since March. The show ended with Reigns fighting off Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Solo Sikoa. It's now official that the Bloodline's drama will continue next week as Reigns appears. The head of the table is not currently advertised for August 23rd in Washington, D.C., at the Capital One Arena. Reigns is also not listed for the following week in Germany, which is the night before the Bash in Berlin PLE. The WWE makes a heartbreaking Rhea Ripley change. WWE has made a big edit to a picture of Rhea Ripley ahead of Raw. The Nightmare is all set to kick off tonight's edition of the Monday Night Show. Fans can't wait to hear what Mommy has to say when she opens this week's WWE Raw. She has nothing but revenge in her mind at the moment and wants to destroy both Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. WWE recently shared a photo promoting Rhea Ripley's opening segment for Raw. The company later shared another image with a massive edit done on it. The new photo of Mommy has the Dirty Dom choker edited out of it. The R+D tattoo on her cheek has been removed as well. At this point, it won't be a stretch to say that Ripley is one of the most overacts in WWE. She has now turned into a mega babyface following Dirty Dom's betrayal at SummerSlam 2024. Mommy recently spoke with Sports Illustrated and opened up about her accomplishments as a wrestler. "I never thought that I could do this. Isn't that wild? I've been able to accomplish so much here, but I never thought I was good enough. Early on in my career, I always heard I wasn't good enough, or that I was distracting the people who had potential. I didn't think I could be a big name here, but I was determined to become one. Hearing people cheer for me, it's even louder than I thought it would be. So I'm grateful for my stubbornness. That's what got me to America, so far away from my family. It gets me to the gym in the morning. It gets me titles in WWE. I'm thankful to be so stubborn." Ripley held the Women's World title for more than a year during her previous reign, which ended when she vacated the belt. It remains to be seen if she manages to win the belt once again. Liv Morgan now has Dominic by her side, and he will do everything in his power to make sure Liv remains the top female star on the red brand. Are you excited to see what Rhea Ripley has to say on Raw? What does the WWE's internal officials think of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio's romance? WWE SummerSlam delivered some shocking twists, including the surprising betrayals of Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. The storyline took a dramatic turn on the following episode of Raw, where Finn Balor introduced a new version of the Judgment Day, leading to a major showdown. In the midst of these developments, the pairing of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio has caught the attention of WWE officials and fans alike. During SummerSlam, Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor turned on their Judgment Day stablemates, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, signaling a new direction for the faction. On the August 5th episode of Raw, Balor debuted his revamped version of the Judgment Day, which quickly moved to attack Priest. However, Ripley intervened, and the segment concluded with Priest and Ripley standing tall, marking a significant shift in the group's dynamic. According to a report from PW Insider, WWE officials were very pleased with the chemistry between Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, who were paired together in recent segments. The duo received high marks for their interactions, and officials were impressed with how well their partnership has worked on screen. In a dark match after SmackDown this week, Morgan and Mysterio also leaned into their on-screen romance, further developing their characters' connection. As the storyline progresses, it will be fascinating to see how Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley plan to exact their revenge on the new Judgment Day and dismantle the group member by member. As for the endgame of the storyline, it could unfold in various ways, potentially leading to a high-stakes showdown between the two factions. The evolving dynamics and shifting alliances within the Judgment Day promise to keep fans engaged in the coming weeks. What are your thoughts on how Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio's pairing has been booked so far? What do you think the ultimate outcome of this storyline will be?